$100,000 in price. They're all pretty close. So assume, oh my God, we've got a guest. Sorry, that's a first. We are going to go through. We are going to go through and look at 5, and I want you to pick which one you would take. Some are condos, some are homes. I'm working with this couple who is moving here from Ohio to take a job in Indianapolis. She's a doctor, and he works for he's like an engineer, but he works from home. I can't believe the cat is jumping up here. Anyway, let's get started and take a look at these. If you can hear that wheezing, it's the cat. Okay, this is the first one, and this is a townhome. This is a 3-story townhome. I'm struggling, I think, at the beginning to get my camera setting right, but you can see 3 stories, and there's basically it's kind of like a row home. Now this one is on the edge, so it's the last one, but you can see there's several of these in a row, and there is no front door, but you would pull on the garage, but you come in this side door. There is my client and his wife. So I told him, I said, hey, when we get done looking, I'm going to run through and video each one of these when we're done. And they said, yeah, no problem. So we basically went through and took a look at them, and then I'm just running back through with the camera. So this is the lower level, which is basically the garage and a 1-bedroom. So you have 1 bedroom on the main floor with its own bath, but as you can see, the bath is like just a builder grade tiles or tub surround. It's not tile. So you've got a storage closet. Sorry, that's the cats do snort. This is going up to the 2nd level, which is the main living area. So on one side you have your living area, and you have like a dining area. I don't know this. My people were a little bit. They wondered what they would do with this area, just how they would organize it. Then there is a half bath, and then you come into the kitchen area. This is like a breakfast nook, and it does have a deck. And then this is your kitchen area. This unit is brand new. It has never been lived in here. Now, if the interesting thing is, as you look out that window, that's my house. You can see my house from the kitchen window. That's the horse barn, and there's my house. So yeah, that's how close this one was to my house. But I thought that was interesting to be this close to home, and made for all of the homes that we looked at today were pretty close to where I live, so that made it a little easier. So they're going to be living in this area. Now we will go up to the 3rd floor, and up here is where all the bedrooms are. There is the laundry, which has a barn door on it. This is bedroom number 1, which is pretty small. And then bedroom number 2, which is, again, not real big. I like the black light fixtures. This has all black handles, black hinges. There's a transom window in the closet, which is cool to add natural light into the bath. There's another natural light into the closet. That full bath there did not. It also had a builder grade tub, which was at this price point kind of surprising. Walk-in closet for the master, and dual sinks. And this did have a tiled shower for the master bath, but not for the other 2. guess it's not an emergency. It's just a respectable thing to do. You know, the seller is paying the electric bill. Now we're at the second one, which this is a condo. This is also another townhome, but it is attached, where that last one was not attached to any other home. So you did not have a shared wall. This one does have shared walls. So there is somebody on the other side. Now this lower level is the same, but that tub has a full tiled surround, custom tiled surround. So already this one feels a little bit more upscale. Also has black windows. This is going up to the second level, so similar to the last one. The garage and the guest bedroom are on the main floor. Second floor is the living area, just like the last one. So if we come in here, this is just like a half bath here to the side. And then your dining area here. Then you have your kitchen in the middle. And then you have your living area on the other side. So a little bit better laid out floor plan, I think, than the last one. Electric fireplace. And this has another walkout deck. So it has pretty much a very similar setup to the last one that we looked at, going up to the third floor. Now we have carpet. First, we are going to go into the master. Oh, actually, I think this is the master. I know this one is interesting because it has both these bedrooms have their own bathrooms up here. Yeah, this is definitely the master. So that is the master closet. And this is the master bath. Dual sinks. And once again, we have a fully tiled shower all the way to the ceiling. And the water closet. The room with the toilet is called a water closet. If you're new here, I've said it in the past, but if you're new, that's what they call them, at least in Indiana. Laundry. I was seeing what this door, I think it's just a linen closet. Yeah, linen closet. Linen closet in the laundry. Bedroom, this would be number 3. And it has its own bath, and again, floor, tub to ceiling tile. So it is nice that that one is tiled as well. So no builder grade showers in here, which is an advantage for this one. And this one actually is a little bit less than the first one. And that's it. So there's 2 bedrooms on the third floor, 1 bedroom on the main floor, where the other one was a 4-bedroom. This is a 3-bedroom. So very similar middle area, very similar lower level. This one has upgraded baths and maybe a little bit more premium kitchen, but it has shared walls. So that is, you know, you're paying. The other one has a premium for not having any shared walls, but in exchange it doesn't get as premium of features. So again, walking back through and just turning everything off. I think this one was $529. I drove the Land Cruiser today because I was taking them with me. 99% of the time, I drive my Venza, and I meet my clients at the house and we just follow each other. Today I was giving these people a tour of the area. So not only were we looking at homes, we were also looking at the area. I drove them through some kind of popular areas. Anyway, this is number 3. Now this is a model home. So I'm showing you this as the model, which is an unfair advantage because it's furnished. It's got curtains, window coverings, rugs, and model homes always tend to get an upgrade over non-models because the builder is trying to show off. That has counter to ceiling backsplash, which is a very premium feature. It's very nice. Pantry is nice. Back behind here, it's interesting. You've got a half bath, and then notice the wainscoting halfway up the wall, and then you have a little office nook right off the kitchen, which is really cool. Very nice countertops. That was my cat coughing, if you heard that. So we have a laundry room, which I do like the tile floor, cabinets above the washer and dryer. Again, a feature the model home gets that most don't. This is the master bedroom. Very nice natural light. Flag's cool out there. It was a transom window though, but yeah, this is the master closet. Yep. And then back through, the shower is huge in this. Yeah, huge shower. And again, floor to ceiling tile. Water closet. Okay, so we have one bedroom on the main, and we have one bedroom as the master sets two. Looking back at the laundry, and we have a hall bath here. It just looks nice, and then a floor to ceiling tile as well, or tub to ceiling tile, which is nice. And then into the third bedroom, and closets, and that had some shiplap. Again, a feature you're not going to get unless you buy the model home. Now, this is actually a fourth level. Now, get ready for this. This is so cool. Up to a bar that has a refrigerator and counter and sink and a rooftop hangout. So these townhomes include a rooftop hangout. Now these condos are still being built, so all of that land over there is going to have more condos in it. Yeah, but it is cool. I like the rooftop feature. Now again, this is the model. However, I'm about to go over to the home that is not the model home. So side by side, you have the model and you have this model for sale. So this is not the model. This is just a for sale home. So you walk down into the room here. You have your garage. So you got a 2-car garage. Then you have a half bath. Then you have like a closet, and you have an open area. Now, because this is open, this would not be considered a bedroom, though you could use it as a bedroom. Walking upstairs to the second level. This is is this a half bath? That's a half bath. And then you have the kitchen, which it still has the counter to ceiling backsplash, which I was surprised. I thought that would be a model only feature, but that is a feature from this builder. That is what they're including in this. And then again, even for the fireplace, the tile went all the way to the top. This is not a model home. This is just a spec home. Spec homes are homes that builders build just to sell, not to show. So this is going to be bought. Bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3. This is the hall bath, and again, the hall bath has the tub to ceiling tile. And then we go to the master bedroom. So this is the master bedroom, and you have the bath up front, dual sinks, water closet, and shower with, again, floor to ceiling tile. And then the closet. So the master closet is not as big as the last one we looked at. But now, I thought maybe the bar is not included for the rooftop area, but yes, they put the bar and sink for every unit that has a rooftop. And that way, if you are going to grill out or something up here, then you have a sink. You're not walking down 2 flights of stairs to get to your kitchen. So that is just an awesome feature, but it would be cool to use this as like a hangout. There is a pond, and there's like a walking path around the pond. So this complex is brand new, and it's going to have some amenities, but right now they're still building it. So right now you don't have a pool or a workout area that these communities typically have. So, and this is the last one. This is the only single family home. So in Indiana, houses are classified as single family, which is a traditional house that is not in a community like a condo complex or a townhome. So we have single family homes, condominiums, and townhomes, commercial and multifamily. So those are all the designations. This one is a single family. So you walk in, you have a home office with French doors. You go to the left and you have a guest bedroom. This is the guest bedroom with a full bath, this is the master bedroom up front. Yeah, I remember because it was strange that the master bedroom was at the front of the house. I just haven't seen that. That's a huge shower, water closet, master closet. This is wire shelving in the master closet. Is a little bit of a downgrade, but it's big. It's a big master closet. And the bedroom is decent size, but not huge. So, master bedroom right at the front. This is the laundry room, and it does have a wash sink. And into your main living space, which does have a fireplace, and the kitchen is all open with the main living space. Now look at all the cabinets here. This has a lot of cabinets, but again, if you've got a family, it's got a big pantry too. If you've got a family, you got a lot more. You need a lot more food and a lot more stuff, storage containers and pots and pans. This is the upstairs. This is a loft area, which is pretty big. And then off to the side here, we have bedroom number 2. And then we have bedroom number 3. They are split by a Jack and Jill bath. Whenever there are 2 bedrooms connected with a bath, that's called Jack and Jill. And that's the loft area again, and then that's where the furnace is at, in the upstairs. I could hear it running. I'm rushing through I walk through these pretty quick. That's why I'm giving you 5, because I like the little back lanai area, the porch, which is covered. So it'd be nice. You could have a grill out there and still grill when it's raining and stuff. Back here is a mud room, which is cool. And then it has a half bath off of the mud room. And then out to the garage. And this is the first one. There's my clients hiding out in the garage. This is the first one we've seen with the 3-car garage. Everything else had a 2-car. So there we go. That one has a 3-car, and all the other ones had a 2-car. But all in all, any of those were the same price. So that is what my clients looked at. Now, they did not pick one. Unlike the shows, they don't just look at 5 homes and pick one. They just think about it, and maybe none of them felt like really quite right. Now, a little deeper dive into this situation is what's called a relocation client. So this client is transferring from Ohio to Indiana. However, she was coming up for her final interview, and they were going to take her out to dinner. So I met with them the day before. They came to town to do this tour and drive around the area with me, and me showing them kind of like certain things that they wouldn't know about unless they were with somebody from the area. And basically, I'm trying to show them that this place is nice. You know, I'm basically selling Indiana to these people. Now, they picked the homes. So I've known about this client for about 2 weeks. I got introduced to them about 2 weeks ago. And so we met basically through email. I get introduced from Relo. They explain the situation. She may or may not be taking the job in Indiana. But when she comes down, she would like to see a few. So I said, okay, I kind of got the basics of what did they want, how many bedrooms, condo, townhome, strange area, and then just started sending them homes. So they probably had 50 to 60 homes to choose from, and these were the 5 that they chose to look at. So these were the 5 we looked at, and even if they fell in love with one, they couldn't have made a decision because she doesn't even know if she has the job. Now, part of my job with a client like that is to find out if they want the job, if they're going to take the job. They want to know, basically, they want me to be like a spy for the company to know if they're interested. And so after I meet with them, I have to report back to the relocation company and say, here's what we did. They were really nice people. She wants to come to Indiana. She wants this job. So I relayed that information, and now I just have to hope they get the job. Likely all 5 that we looked at today will no longer be available. They will probably all be sold. But like the complex that has the rooftop deck, that complex will have plenty available. So they have plenty to look at. Now, interestingly enough, the husband is extremely allergic to animals. So one of the requests was it must be built in 2024. It has to be built in 2024. They don't want to move into anything old that might have like old dog hair or old cat hair around. So that's another reason why I drove the Land Cruiser, because I never take my animals in the Land Cruiser. I take my animals in the Venza. It's like my daily driver. It's not anything really special, but it's nice. The Land Cruiser also has a refrigerator in it from the factory, so I can keep like bottled water and stuff for people I'm taking with me. And it's just comfortable, and it sits up higher so they get a better view of the area. When we're like in a town setting, they're not like sitting low looking over other cars, or like if there's a truck beside us, they're not blocked in the Land Cruiser. So anyway, that's I've never taken you on a buyer tour before, so this is what this is called, a buyer tour, because you're representing a buyer, not a seller. It's really kind of weird. It's like when I first started in real estate, I when you first start, it's hard to get a seller, because a seller wants to work with somebody who has experience because they want to make sure they get the most money for their house. A buyer, all they need you to do is really unlock the door. They just want to look at the house. They don't need you to tell them what the damn house is. They just want you to open the door, let them check it out. And so in the beginning, I just had buyers, and I was just helping buyers, and eventually I got a listing. But fast forward 6 years now, I do mainly listings. But I remember my first year thinking, I like buyers. Buyers are happy. Like after my first, whenever you hear people talk about sellers and how like a house is not selling, and hearing the conversations agents hear, my wheezing cat is coming back. Like sellers be like, why is my house not selling? Where buyers are just always happy. You know, it's fun looking at houses. It's excited thinking you're going to get a house. You're going to be a homeowner, you know. Or if you're already a homeowner, you're going to upgrade, you know, or you're downsizing. I mean, sometimes it's not that exciting, but it's still generally people are happy when they're buying a home. When you're selling, oh God, it's hectic. You've got to leave for showings. You've got to keep your house perfect because you never know when somebody wants to come see it. You're preparing for a move, so if you've ever moved, you know how it's just a horrible process. There's nothing about physically moving all your stuff from one place to another that isn't unbelievably frustrating. It's just hard. You're typically paying strangers to come into your house and take the heavy stuff, and you're spending a lot of money because it costs a lot of money to move. So, yeah, it's just interesting. So, anyway, the point is that these buyers were fun. They were nice. We got along. They were 10 years younger than me. So, I kind of was the senior in the group, and it was just kind of a fun day, but it took, we were together for 4 hours looking at 5 different homes. So, anyway, it was cool. So let me know in the comments which home would you choose, and let me know which one you like best. And then my next home I will be doing is a lake house. I plan on doing a lake house next video, and then I finally have that the home that I showed the interior of in my a day in my life video. I'll be showing that home now that it'll be completed. That'll be coming up as well. I'm reading this book called Nexus by Noah Harari, and it's about AI, and I use AI to make my video title and video description because it's an algorithm. YouTube has an algorithm, and AI is basically an algorithm, and I ask AI to make my video title the best it can make it to be fully optimized with the YouTube video algorithm, and then the description as well, because the algorithm is looking for things in the title and in the description, and you do make tags for each video. So I do that to try to get my videos to be pushed out more by YouTube. But nothing that I do in these videos, none of my production, I am not AI. And I feel super grateful that I started my channel before AI became really prevalent, because you guys will always know I am real. Now, you may not know my future videos are real, because I could, if AI becomes so advanced that I can just say, hey, make a 30-minute video using my face, and make a 30-minute video about anything, and I could just post it, and then you see a robot, and someday it may be that good that you won't even notice the difference between me and that. But I'm committed to never doing that. I'm gonna stay real. But even if you lose faith in me being real, at least all my old videos will be there. And I think authenticity is going to be something that we crave in the future, because there's going to be so much. There already is a lot of fake stuff, but there's going to be even more fake stuff in the future. I think we've got a bumpy road, but I don't think it's going to be the end of humanity as we know it. But it's always a bumpy road. Life is a bumpy road, but I think AI is going to make things a lot more strange in the near future, and then I think it will even out. But I think it's ultimately going to, I think all of this technology is going to make us crave not only authenticity, but also a slower life. I think we will crave silence. I think we will crave overdose. I think we are going to reach a tipping point where there's more pain than pleasure from technology. And I can only tell you younger people this. I remember leaving my house when I was a kid on my bike, and my parents could not find me. I did not have a phone attached to me that they could call me. I would come home when it was time to come home. But if they wanted to find me, they couldn't. I mean, they could come looking for me, but they couldn't get a hold of me. Same thing, really, when I first started driving. I would leave my house in the car, and if my parents wanted to find me, they couldn't. And if I needed to, like if I was driving down the road and I had to call somebody, we had payphones. Nearly every place of business had a payphone. So you would pull over and you would dial from the payphone. But what my point is those moments when you were by yourself or you were with a friend and it was just you and your friend. Nothing, no other distractions. Your friend was not sitting there with their phone scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or YouTube. You know, it's, those were moments of some of my best memories are like that. So I think, I think, has technology done more harm than good? I don't know. The point in telling you all of this is that I'm going to make a video specifically about this book and AI and my thoughts on AI and what it's going to do. But I also wanted to disclose, because I've had more than one person ask in the comments, because I use Grok AI to make the videos, or to make the video title and the video description. Grok plugs itself in my description, so it says thanks to Grok, because when I talk to this AI, I say, hey partner, because I want them to have a vested interest in my success. So it talks to me back, partner, I can't wait for this video. I mean, it really like has a real human conversation with me, and it talks like it is my partner for my YouTube channel. So the deal I made with the AI was that if you will make my description something that's really going to grow my channel, I will let you advertise yourself in the description if you want to, and it wants to, so it puts its own stuff in there. But in my feeling was that most of you guys that support me on a regular basis, you see me post a video and you watch the video, you're not reading the description, because I myself don't read video descriptions. So in my mind, I just thought people don't read the description anyway. It's the algorithm that's reading the description. That's why I want to have a optimized description rather than an accurate description. But I was wrong. A lot of people read the description, which was interesting to me. So I've had more than one person say, what did you use the Grok AI for in this video? And I've had to tell them in the comments, hey, I don't use anything AI in the video. Everything in the video is real. Pearl is not an AI dog. Though she kind of looks AI because she's so cute, it's hard to believe it's real. But yeah, nothing in this video is AI. So anyway, hopefully those are the kind of the upcoming things that I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.